Welcome to Fiery Femmes, where ambition meets freedom. I'm Sheena, and this is where we talk about money, reinvention, and building a life on your own terms. So, I'm recording this 18th of October, 2025. And if you're an investor, if you've been in the markets, both in financial markets, crypto markets, all the market things, I know for a fact that in the last 72 hours, you've probably had a shock. Maybe you've been in a roller coaster of investor feelings, but I just wanted to check in with the community and make sure everyone's okay. I am involved in a few communities, and my group chats, the communities were on fire, literally red over the last 3 days. And for me, whenever these crashes happen, because I've been in the markets for quite a while. I've had cryptocurrency since 2016. I panic sold when they crashed. I know, big regrets at the time. But basically, what I've learned from just being in the markets is these crashes happen so often, and it's actually weird if they don't happen at all. In fact, when Bitcoin and anything else is going at all-time highs, I'm just thinking of, okay, when's the next crash so I can buy more? When's the next crash so I can afford to buy more? So one thing that I've noticed as well is I work with a lot of consultants. I work with other professionals, and I love asking their ideas and what they're thinking when these things happen. I have a stockbroker, I have a financial advisor, I have property or real estate investors. And honestly, all of them, whenever these things happen, they're not phased. And the reason why they're not phased is because they are diversified. They don't just rely on one thing. And also, they're not heavily leveraged. What do I mean by that? They're not heavily borrowing money that they can't afford to lose. I think, there's a caveat for those real estate investors there, but just an explanation of what has happened in the last weekend is basically there are a lot of leveraged traders, which means they are trading the markets with the money that they don't have. So basically, yeah, they were caught in a bad position and they needed to sell and liquidate their positions. So that is mainly why the crash has happened. And, this is what I have seen, what the community have seen. And again, this is not financial advice. This is purely just my opinion. I'm sharing with my small community, and basically the key takeaway is be diversified. Don't borrow money that you don't have to make these trades, or I don't really feel comfortable about trading anyway. But yeah, keep calm, keep your cool. These are the times, crashes are the best times to actually buy. And I hope you have some liquid cash and liquidity to buy into the markets, and good luck. I hope that you didn't lose your cool over the last weekend. And yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts about being in the markets, how you felt over the last 3 days. But yeah, when I saw it crashing, I'm like, one, how what's my portfolio now, but also two, I know that it's probably going to go back up by 50% in the next few weeks. I feel like it almost always does, especially whenever Trump make these announcements about tariffs. Sometimes I just feel like, yeah, it's a bit tricky, but I kind of know that it's going to bounce back in a few weeks' time. Again, not financial advice. This is purely my opinion and my thinking of how I think it's going to move, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Anyway, thank you for listening in, and we'll talk soon. I'll be recording more episodes, and yeah, this one's just a little bit ad hoc. Have a great week. Bye. Thanks for tuning in into Fiery Femmes. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with another woman who's on her own journey to freedom and reinvention. Because when one of us rises, we all do. See you in the next one.